Brian, it is assembling a skateboard 101. Do you know what that means?
No, not really.
Brian's a lot like me, and he's pretty casual with setting a board together. There's a lot of specific things people do with their skateboard when they're setting it up, and Brian's gonna tell you what he thinks matters and what doesn't matter, what you should worry about when you're setting a skateboard together.
Brian Ambs assembling a skateboard 101. Do you know what that means?
I don't know what I mean, it means like rudimentary or something. I don't exactly know what 101 means.
I literally just told you. You're supposed to say yes.
Yes.
Okay, first off, you gripped it.
I did.
What are the things you worry about when you're gripping?
No air bubbles.
Does that actually matter to you?
Not really, because if there's an air bubble, you just pop it with a blade.
Yeah.
Or if you just skate it, it'll just come out anyways. So it doesn't really matter.
There's the lowdown. One important thing that I do is I score, and then I just scratch my grip tape.
I don't do that. I just pop it on there, pat
and
it
then
down.
You cut it, and you're good to go.
Scrape the crap out of the sides, cut it, and I roll it for the most part. Like Doug likes to take his wheels and roll his wheels on to get the air bubbles out of it, but you don't really need to. It will work, I promise. Just make sure your board's not super cold, because if it's super cold, the grip falls off. So
there you go. Boom. On to the next. Tell us about all you're putting together.
So I have.
We're leaking it.
I have this board.
This comes out later this week. We will unveil the whole line on Wednesday.
It comes out 5 days from when you're seeing this, I believe.
This is the Ambs Brothers deck, right?
Yep.
What size?
This is an 8. I skate an 8. So I'm super hyped on this. It's kind of weird to have. It's not like a pro board.
There's two Brian Ambs.
It's not like a pro board or anything, but it's weird having me on a skateboard. Or somebody who looks kind of like me. Jessup grip.
Jessup grip tape, go through them all.
Revive life bolts. These are, I'm testing these out actually. These are Bronson G3 bearings. These are like the more premium bearings that Bronson makes. I have Aaron Cairo 52mm Fire wheels. And then I have standard everyday 8.0 Crux trucks. Raws. With a new tool.
It's blue. Oh yeah, that's coming out this week too.
Yep, Revive 8-bit tool.
All right, so when you're putting these in your board, do you worry about, like a lot of people cut around here, or do you just get it in there and smash it?
I have a very specific Phillips head screwdriver that I use, and I just stab it from the back.
Yeah.
I stab it from here, boom, 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 and it makes the hole perfect. And I go from the front, and I kind of like put it in there and wiggle it around, and it makes the whole big.
One thing I want to say is don't poke up through the bottom. If you're worried about having like your grip tape looking nice on top, if you poke up through the bottom, sometimes it'll break the grip tape and crack it and leave little spots that aren't gripped on your board. It wouldn't affect your skating, but when you're looking down, it might look weird.
I honestly don't even worry about it. If I get the freaking truck on here, geez.
Okay, so clearly, if you guys don't know, make sure that the kingpin is facing inward. And when Brian moves his hand, you'll be able to see this. There you go. See, that's really all you need to know when putting your trucks on. Pretty commonsensical.
Yep, so I just get the 4 bolts on there, like loose.
Brian Ambs, how do you get a girlfriend?
Okay, so I took this like baguette, and then I took ricotta cheese and blue cheese, and I mixed it together, and I put that in the bottom. And then roast beef, and then I made a Caesar dressing slaw and put it on top with a little bit of mustard, and dude, I rocked that sandwich. It was the best.
And that's how you get a girlfriend. So right here, if you have like the life bolts, all of our hardware does it. Yep. We have 2 different color bolts, so you can easily see your nose when you're looking down.
If you have, like when I was a kid, I took my truck or something like that, or the tool I used to scrape down the sides, and I just made a little line between those 2 front trucks, those 2 front bolts, and did the same thing.
So I would highly, like what he just said, scratching a line with like a rock or something, like a tool or something, really helps out. Just do something so you can look down and immediately see what is the front of your board or not. Yeah, you can get used to it without it for sure. It's just kind of easy. It's kind of a nice little helpful thing.
Really, there's nothing to say about screwing on your hardware because you just do it. Make sure it's snug.
Make sure that it becomes like flush with the top of your board.
Don't go too far in.
Don't go too far in, but you got to go in a little bit. Like I had a kid today ask. He said he thought his board was messed up because his bolts look like that.
Oh.
And I was like, you need to screw in a little more, buddy.
You need to screw in a little, buddy. Do you like apples or pears better?
Dude, I don't know. That's a good question. Freaking pears, man. I think. I normally use a drill, honestly, but here I am, tooling away.
One time.
I would just suggest a skate tool, but if you use a drill, be careful, because my friend's dad came up and he's like, I'm gonna put this skateboard together real fast for you guys, and he drilled so far. He had like the best drill ever, and it went straight into the plies of like a new deck, and my friend was just like, oh.
Okay, so do you ever care about these, like the spacers?
Don't give a crap about them.
You know what?
I always try to use them, but really I don't see any sort of repercussion if you don't use them.
I mean, I do use them.
Yeah.
But if I like lose one or something like that, I don't care.
Like I've never felt a huge difference, but it doesn't hurt, so go ahead and use them.
Moving on to the wheels. Is there anything special? Okay, I guess graphic. Some people like it outside, some people like it inside. It doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter at all. Normally, honestly, I put it inside, but today I'm gonna do it out.
Okay.
I would like to point out that if you put them outside and then reverse them to inside every once in a while, like just rotate your wheels, it'll keep the shape better. because your skateboard gets used to turning certain ways, and if you flip it around, like every like 2 or 3 boards, it'll keep the shape a little better, make your wheels last a little longer. It prevents it from getting coned. If you've ever seen somebody's wheels where one side is vastly smaller than the other, that's because they have never ever like rotated their
Have you ever
tires.
used these in your whole life?
I've never even gotten those. What are those?
They're spacers that go in between the
inside your bearing?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Inside your
use them today.
You should use them,
I've
yeah.
never used them before in my life.
This is another thing that I don't think that matters, but we're gonna try it.
That's kind of cool packaging.
It really is. It's serious, I'll tell you that.
It looks like it comes on a spindle.
It does come on a spindle.
Well, that is adorable.
So you're gonna use those?
I'm using everything. I'm gonna use it. See if it makes any difference at all. Push that on there.
There it is.
And you gotta. So the spacer, you put the first bearing on normal, then you put the spacer on the axle, and then you put the second bearing in because it holds it that way.
So order of operations, if you're putting bearing spacers on, first bearing in the wheel, then spacer, then the next bearing.
And then tighten it up.
Yeah, you want a little bit of wiggle on this.
So you just a little bit. That's perfect. Maybe even a little bit tighter.
I would say a little tighter. And then make sure it's not too tight because then you'll stop rolling. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Do you think it matters whether you have the shields out or in? Because a lot of bearings only have shields on one side.
Don't care at all.
He's up to 2 wheels now. Would you make out with a goldfish for $1,000?
Sure.
Wow, that wasn't.
I feel like he was ready to answer sure to that. Do you imagine how disturbing that would be, though?
It'd be pretty disturbing.
It'd be animal cruelty, probably, right?
Maybe.
Pretty much if you do anything to animals that's like not feeding them or walking them, people claim animal abuse. I'm not saying it's okay to abuse animals, but kissing a goldfish probably wouldn't hurt it that much. And the goldfish would forget about it like 5 seconds later. So I'm all for someone that kisses a goldfish, it's cool. As long as you're not getting too weird, kiss a goldfish once in a while.
Oh, wow,
Thousands
you did
of
that really
spacers.
fast. We're up to 4, which means you're almost ready for the kickflip test, Brian.
Almost. I still gotta tighten my trucks though.
Now it comes to tightening your trucks, which is the main kingpin. This is personal preference. There's no bad way or good way to do it. Whatever you are comfortable skating with, tighten it up and get a feel for it and roll with that. There's some people that literally don't even skate with bushings.
There it is.
There it is. Done.
There is a complete skateboard that Brian has put together. Who knows how long it will be before we mess with it.
But yeah, those are some little tips and opinions on putting together the skateboard. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're gonna film, I just punched your board.
Yes, you did.
We're gonna film this dude doing some tricks on it, and then we're gonna call it wraps. So, Brian, kickflip test?
Sure.
When you set up, this is an essential thing about setting up a skateboard. If you can kickflip, that is, when you set up a skateboard, you have to see if you land the first kickflip. If you do, it's good luck for the whole board.
I have brand new shoes too, so I have like brand new shoes, brand new complete, brand new everything. So
Well,
hold on. I
Put
gotta
your feet where your brain is.
do all kinds of stuff. I gotta take my cell phone, gotta take my watch off.
Have you ever worn a brawl?
Nope.
All right, kickflip test. It was a good kickflip too.
That was good.
Felt good.
All right, let's get down to freaking business. That was a great high five. We're just doing great things. Now your tricks are gonna suck because
hope
all
I
our
can
talent
continue
was
with
put
the
into those 2 things. So Brian's just skating this. He's obsessed with this bump to ledge, and he's like, I only want to skate that for this video.
That needs wax.
Woo! Brian Ambs is crushing right now. I think you missed once. Like he's only missed once. And he did it.
How do you feel, Brian Ambs?
Oh my god, that felt good. That took an hour plus.
He did battle it. Everything else was like the easiest thing in the
Look
world.
at the bottom of my board.
Yeah, well,
That's a couple slide marks. I did it clean too. Man, that makes me feel good.
yeah.
That right there is a good feeling in skateboarding. Oh boy.
Well, good job, dude. Thanks for doing this video. What is it called? Assembling your skateboard 101?
101, something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that I'm gonna have a piece of pizza tonight.
Let's go shave your beard in celebration.
Sure.
This is really close.
Yeah. No, it's a
Like-
fisheye lens though. I can see.
I know,
everything.
but like,
I can see.
if
I can see your
the
back.
YouTube audience, this is this whole far away from my face.
Yeah. How do you feel about Order of the Phoenix?
It's the best Harry Potter book.
You think so?
Yep.
Remember you took over my
should-
Snapchat and put it on there, buddy?
Everyone's like, "Whoa, Brian, name's Snapchat, man. What is it?"
No, we should have extended conversation about that sometime.
Sure.
There's literally nothing on my Snapchat.
That's good.
And that was Random Conversations at Shred Quarters.
It is the best one though.